Hello, students. Good evening. Now, today we are going to discuss 1984 by George Orwell. So, this is very important novel, right? So, here I am discussing the summary. Let us start. First of all, tell me the characters, right? So, please, first of all, characters. Characters are number one, Winston Smith is the hero of the novel. He is frail, right? And lives in a very shabby and a very small flat in London, right? Now, another character is Julia, right? Then O'Brien, right? Then Emmanuel, Emmanuel, I tell you full name. So, who is Emmanuel? Right. So that next is Emmanuel, and then next character is that's Charrington, Mr. Charrington. Okay, and one more character who never appears is Big Brother. Right. So there are number of posters where Big Brother with full, right. That's a Big Brother's. That's a this face, right? Very dangerous and big mustache of Big Brother, right? So these are the characters. Now I will read first of all about Winston Smith. Who is Winston Smith? Winston Smith is a quite frail outer party member. So first of all, let me tell you about the background of the novel. So here in the future world of 1984, right? There's a novel 1984. So the future world of 1984, the world is divided into three super states. So the world is divided into three super state, super state. है ना, three super states. One is Oceania, right? One is Oceania. Number two, East Asia, right? And Eurasia. Eurasia. The world is divided into these Oceania, Eurasia, or East Asia. These three superstates are there in the world that are deadlocked in a permanent war. The superpowers are so evenly matched that a decisive victory is impossible. They said that decisive victory is not possible. But the real reason for the war is, और अगर होती है तो वॉर क्या है? टू कीप देयर इकोनॉमीज प्रोडक्टिव विदाउट एडिंग द वेल्थ ऑफ देयर सिटीजन्स. अपनी इकोनॉमी को बूस्ट करके रखना है. दिस द बिग चैलेंज. हु लिव with the exception of privileged few. And citizens who live with the exception of privileged few in a state of fear. So this is the state of fear and a poverty and a poverty. Oceania is a city as a country made up of English speaking nations, right? So Oceania is the city of, that's a English speaking, right? English speaking nations. Okay, so that is made up with English speaking nations, is ruled by a group known simply as the party. So this is ruled by a group, that is party. Okay, this is the group name of party. A dystopic oligarchical collective that is ideologically very similar to the regimes in power in the other two superstates. What he's saying that this is Oceania is a is ruled by party, right? That's the name of the group. And dystopian oligarchical means rules of a few people, collective, the ideologically very similar to regimes, government in power, right? Regimes in power in other two superstates means, in other words, simple way we can understand that Oceania is just like other two superpowers, and then in that is dystopian world, right? So that's a party is very dominating, and here according to text. Okay, now through each claims that each means Oceania, Eurasia, East Asia, each claims that their system is superior to that others. Means all these Oceania, right? Eurasia and East Asia, all claim that they are superior, right? So they are superior to others. So this is something about, first is that's a party. So that is party. Another is that's a another is uh, the inner party. The inner party. So inner party whose members make up 2% of population effectively govern, while so that's a 2% of population follows the inner party. Next party is outer party. Outer party. So party, inner party, outer party. Outer party whose number about 13% of the population. So 13% of the population follows the outer party and unquestioningly carry out their orders, and these are the people without argue they follow the orders, and the remaining 85% of the population are proles. So 85% population are proles, right? So these are the proles or lower class, we can say. Now, who are largely ignored because they are judged intellectually incapable of organized revolt. So these are the people, poor people, brainless creatures. They are supposed to be like this, and then they never go against the government or parties because they don't know, they are uh, low rank, low class, lower class people, right? Now, in order to maintain its power, the inner party, outer party. So the party keeps its citizens under constant surveillance, monitoring even their thoughts and arresting and vaporizing individuals if they show signs of discontent or non-conformity. That's a totalitarianism. So the person who are from the member of party, right? So they totally totalitarianism है ना, totalitarianism, तो totalitarianism, right? Totalitarianism. So totalitarianism is, that's a, so this totalitarianism, totalitarianism, tarianism, right? Means power dictatorship, we can say. This is the very important line of this novel, is that this party in order to maintain its power, means party maintain its power on its citizens under constant, how they control, under constant surveillance, monitoring even their thoughts and uh, arresting and vaporizing individuals if they think, if they don't follow, discontent, if they are discontent, if they don't follow the party and they are unhappy with party, so that's a severe crime, right? Now the party's figurehead is Big Brother, we have discussed, whose mustachios face is displayed on posters and coins, towards whom every citizen is compelled to feel love and allegiance, loyalty, we can say, right? So Big Brother's photo, Big Brother never appearance, right? But Big Brother's photo, that's a big mustachios, okay? So these are he is the person, right? And yeah, so this is the big mustachios. And who is he? He is the Big Brother. And everywhere it is written, Big Brother is watching you, right? So that's a Big Brother's photo, posters, coins, and toward whom every citizen is compelled to feel love. We love Big Brother, this feeling must be there, and loyalty, allegiance. Organize hate rallies, keep patriotism at a fever pitch, and public executions of prisoners of war increase support for the regime and for the war itself. So that's one cannot go against this party. Now, Winston Smith is a quiet frail outer party member. He's the outer party member, and who lives alone in a one room flat in a squalid apartment complex called Victory Mansion. So, the Winston lives in the Vis. That's a squalid apartment. Squalid is shabby, small, smoky, है ना? So that's a dirty apartment. And name of apartment in Victory Mansions. Victory Mansions. This is the name of the apartment where Winston Smith lives. And he is disturbed by the party's willingness to alter history in order to present the regime as infallible and just. So he has to distort the. He's a good writer, Winston Smith. That's why he's appointed in a ministry where he has to change the history. So that's a and name of the ministry is Ministry of Truth, where he has to change the truth. In this novel, you will get number of paradoxical situations. So he writes why? To rewrite news articles which are called news speak. In order to make them comply, they have to follow, right, with party ideology. They have to follow, and then they have to uh, mix with the party ideology, follow the party ideology. So Winston begins keeping a diary. So hey, where to flow his frustration or remove like his frustration. So he buys a diary. An activity diary entry was an activity which is not illegal, right? Since there are no laws in Oceania, but which he knows the punishable by death. But then if someone is caught red-handed, so that's the ultimate punish is death. Since every room is outfitted with a telescreen that can both transmit and receive sounds and images in whole all over everywhere. Nowadays we see that everywhere, that's a CCTV. Similarly, everywhere a screen which can talk on, also, because which can transmit and receive sounds and images what's going on around. So Winston must be extremely careful to disguise his subversive activities, right? So Winston has to be very much cautious because he's writing diary against government policies. So it may be a severe sedition case. So he has to be very much alert. So Winston imagines he is writing the diary to O'Brien. Now, O'Brien, next character, he's a charismatic inner party bureaucrat whom Winston believes is a member of fabled underground. So that see, there is a party. Winston is the Winston is a member of Winston is a Winston is a member of inner party, right? And O'Brien is the member of outer party, right? So please take care. Now, what happened that he writes diary because he wants himself to be sane, normal. So here when uh, he writes diary and he thinks that he can share anything to with O'Brien, right? A charismatic party bureaucrat whom Winston believes is a member of fabled underground. There is another party also, that's a Brotherhood party. Brotherhood party, right? So this party is that's a party is underground party, counter revolutionary organization known as Brotherhood. So Winston is also writing in order to stay sane, to be fit, right? Because where to release his frustration. So he used to write diary. Because the party controls reality to the extent of requiring its subject to deny the evidence of their own senses, a practice known as double think. So here all realities are changing and that practice is called double think. So please remember all these words. Double think, right? Double think. So, and Winston knows of no one else who shares his feelings of loathing and outrage. Winston knows that everyone is fearful, and that's why they tell that they love Big Brother, they love party, everything is going on well. And Winston knows so many are very much disagreed, but nothing is going to be happen. Now, one day at work, a dark-haired girl, usually gray, like brown hair, or but that's a dark-haired girl whom Winston mistakenly suspects of being a spy for the thought police. So Julia, whom Winston thinks that she is the spy in thought police. Thought police. Okay. An organization that hunts out and punishes unorthodox thinking known as thought crime. So this thought police is from thought crime, and they punish the people who are careless and do not follow the government rules. Slips him a note. So Julius gives a note in which she writes, I love you. I love you. She slips a note very secretly. At first, Winston is terrified. It's very dangerous because it is not in Oceania. There is a rule that individual relationships are prohibited and sexual desire forbidden. You can't think for sex. Even to married couples, they cannot have sex. However, he finds the courage, but still all of these, in spite these situation, nonetheless, and he takes one diary and he writes to talk to the girl. Even he talks to Julia, whose name is Julia, and they begin an illicit love affair. That is called illicit love affair. Right? So they do. Meeting first in the countryside, then crowded street, and then they decide. In the beginning they go outside countryside, ruling rural areas, then they start meeting in crowded street, but finally they decide to have a room without a telescreen above the second hand store of Winston bought his diary. So that's a Actually, one day he goes for buying a diary so that he meets Mr. Charrington. He's a prop writer, right? Mr. Charrington. And eh, what Winston thinks that he is a trustworthy person. So Winston believes that that's a it is an ally because of his apartment. So he thinks that he's my friend, and respect for past and past that his party has tried hard to eradicate by altering and destroying historical records in order to make sure that the people of Oceania never realize that they are actually worse off than their ancestors who lived before the revolution. Means finally he distorts the history. Who Winston. Now meanwhile the lovers are here at the same time. Lovers are being led into a trap. But then finally one day they will be lovers, Winston and Julia. They are trapped. So what happened? Who trapped them? O'Brien, who is actually loyal to the party, not to them, dupes them into believing as he's a counter revolutionary and lends them a book. One day he manipulates, he gives a book that was supposedly written by then the exiled, I told you in the Emmanuel Goldstein. Emmanuel Goldstein, right? He is exiled, right? So he is the former party leader, now he is exiled, and who has been denounced as a traitor. So he is denounced as a traitor, and which O'Brien says will initiate them into the brotherhood. One night, the lovers are arrested in their hiding place with the incriminating book in their possession. So that's a they are caught because they were reading the book uh, on and then they are they learned that Mr. Charrington has all along all been the member of Thought Police. They never believed. So that's a O'Brien and Charrington. They seize Julia and Winston. So finally, at last, what happened? Winston and Julia are tortured and brainwashed by O'Brien in the Ministry of Love. So they are tortured by Ministry of Love. Ministry of Love. During the uh, torture in the dreaded room number, you should remember that's a room number 101. Here uh, Winston and Julia are kept. So Winston and Julia betray one another. What uh, wanted, what party wanted, they should hate with each other, and it happened. Why? Because when he is taken to room number 101, so Winston and Julia betray one another, and in the process lose their self-respect and individuality and sexual desire. Everything they lost, they said they are enemy to one another, and because of torture, right? And they are then released separately to live out their broken lives. And now, when their mindset is changed, they are tortured like anything, they are separated and they are free. Party members that they say Winston, whose experiences have turned him into an alcoholic, gazes adoringly at a portrait of Big Brother, whom he has at last learned to love. So he learned to love. He says that I love Big Brother. He is watching us. He is very nice, and this way his mindset is changed, and then now he does not have any feeling. And party actually wanted to see that this person, he is the alcoholic, gazes right, and then not in uh, self, and finally when his brain is changed, and when he says that Big Brother, I love Big Brother, means 2 plus 2 is equal to 5, means now his brain is not working, and then their purpose is served, and government releases him. Here story ends. So that is something dangerous. This is the first story, but I am going to speak more on this, and second video is coming very soon, where we are going to discuss this story in uh, detail, right? So thank you so much. God bless you.